Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live. And today we were doing didn't expect to do this, but I was watching the game with my guys and I said, yo, Sneed, you want to go live right after this? He said, oh yeah, let's do it. So here we are. And obviously you saw that was a very different intro. And that was in honor of my brother Sneed, who is our resident Buckeye fanatic. And shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes, who dominated their arch rival Michigan Wolverines, the school from up north, 27-9 today in the latest rendition of the game, and took back over control of the series. What's good, Sneed?
Man, you will never see me smiling this much on a live stream, bro.
No doubt. Apparently the Buckeyes got what Sneed needs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
No doubt. So we're gonna, as you can tell, we're gonna talk a little bit about this game today, and we're gonna kick it with y'all for a little while, and then we were gonna get back to college football because there's still some other games going on that's gonna help decide the future of the college football playoff. But we know one thing as it is: the Ohio State Buckeyes are en route to an absolute collision course with the Indiana Hoosiers next week, in the Big Ten championship game. But before we get to all that, let's real quick, let's show some love to our channel members. Of course, number one Coach channel member, Coach T, formerly known as Laker Nation. What's good, brother? How you doing? It's not that serious. What up? It's not that serious. Chief Sid Bubba. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you've done for our great nation. Appreciate how you support our channel. Shout out to the boys from Annapolis. And no, there will be no song singing of the Navy today because Transformer is not here, and I love it.
Take the day off, Transformer.
right, for sure. Baltimore Bruce, what's up, Bruce, man? I know you screaming Roll Tide somewhere. I know you screaming how the SEC is so great and the Big Ten is no good, but Ohio State's still number one, and they showed you why. Steve, king of the chat, what's good, man? I know you are groaning and moaning somewhere because you hate the Ohio State people around you and they're an obnoxious fan base, but that is okay. We're here to talk ball, man. We're here to talk ball. What up, Coach T? Nino, what's good, my brother? I don't even know if you're a college football fan, man. We always talk basketball, but you got to get in on some of this college football talk because college football is freaking amazing. Just an incredible sport, and things in college football are very different than they normally than they are in other sports. So it's just,
Bruce, do you think Nino doesn't have a college team yet?
I don't know.
I would like to put a bid in.
Okay.
To adopt Nino as an Ohio State Buckeye.
No. If you're adopting him as anything, he's getting a golden dome.
No.
Irish. If we're adopting him as anything, he's coming to Notre Dame. That's what we're doing.
We're accrued, bro. There's more NIL over here. Come on, bro.
Hey, well, I mean, that's true. Well, there may not be more NIL over there.
Yeah, it might be really
close. The Church is the world's richest organization. They got plenty of money in South Bend.
That's a good point, bro.
Yeah. Oh, man. Of course.
That tax-free money, bro.
Tax-free. That's right. Of course, Sneed got what you need. Sneed right here with me, supporting the channel as always. Appreciate you, brother. And finally, New York City's own Micah, all love 0307. So shout out, Micah. All right. We're going to do the spiel real quick. Then we're going to get back and get right into this game because I know Sneed is itching for me to let him take over and he can vomit all over his hated Wolverines. And he could tell what it will be. All right. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you. For you. All right, let's get it. We are waiting no longer. Sneed, the mic is yours, brother. Go ahead.
Buckeyes win 27-9. They essentially hold the Michigan Wolverines to 3 field goals. The Wolverines never really threatened the Buckeyes, actually, if you think about it. So they They were taking the fight to Ohio State early, but they really just could not sustain like a way of winning that way. They just couldn't produce points. You're going to be trading field goals with the Buckeyes, who eventually are going to score. So it wasn't sustainable. And not that I think that was the plan. I don't think the Wolverines were like, hey, we're going to try to win this game 12-3 or 12-6, or, there was no way that was going to happen. But their offense didn't exist in the entire second half. And it really started changing in the second quarter. And Ohio State built on a good second quarter and just possessed the ball. If I look at the time of possession, the Buckeyes controlled this game outside of the first quarter. You can't win one quarter in college football and win the game, let alone a team like the Buckeyes. There was just no way that Michigan was going to be able to do this. I have a whole slew of notes, but all I saw was that the horses at Ohio State, it was just too much.
Agreed.
Eventually, like, the levee broke, and they got the long ball to Tate, they got the long ball to Smith. They were actually able to effectively run the ball. I think that
surprised me.
And see, I've seen this happen before. I'm a big MMA guy, right?
Sure.
I watched John Jones, who was supposed to be the inferior wrestler, take down Daniel Cormier, Olympic wrestler, like 20 times in a fight one time on purpose to prove a point. I think there was some of that there with Ohio State. I think they wanted to beat Michigan their way in the second half. They had already scored enough points to win, and I think it was just, we're just going to make sure that they don't have a chance. They possessed the ball. Michigan couldn't move the ball. I mean, Bruce, 1 for 9 on third downs.
Terrible.
Like, we're going to talk about Ohio State's defense, but 1 for 9 on third downs, no possession in the second half, couldn't move the chains. I think they had 42 total plays. And I think Ohio State had like 70 something.
Yeah.
To show you the complete difference between the two teams. Michigan was not just overmatched, but I think also, like you mentioned, I don't think they gave themselves a chance. So it was kind of like the double whammy. Anyways, there's a bunch of details we can go through. Maybe you could kind of tell me what you saw, but I saw Ohio State in control of this game for 3 quarters. Just the first quarter was the only one where I could say that Michigan was in the game.
No, that sounds about right, Sneed, and that was a great opening soliloquy on that. So I'll say this first. You, me, and Transformer were watching the game and kind of texting back and forth, and I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, I love the way Michigan plays football. It's me in the Wax Museum again, right? It's the physicality, it's the run the ball, it's the stop the run, and base everything off of that, right? The problem is they didn't get anything off of that. It started out pretty early, as you mentioned. Michigan was able to have some effectiveness running the ball. Jordan Marshall, he was, first, respect to that kid for gutting it out with that shoulder. I mean, there was one point he's jogging off the field and his arm is literally hanging, and I'm like, wow, so respect to him. They told the story of how he was on academic scholarship, then he walked on and earned a scholarship. So shout out to that kid. He gave everything he had today, and you got to respect that. That said, Michigan has a real problem. We understand their mentality, physicality up front, build it from the trenches, run the football. I got all that. But now you managed to recruit the number 1 quarterback in the nation in Underwood. And I'm curious to know, how do you get the number 1 quarterback, but you don't get more weapons for him to throw to? Like, that's a problem, right? Because everybody knows if you want to beat Michigan, for the most part, you've got to try and load up on the run, right? Load up. And right. The crazy thing is, Ohio State didn't even really stack the box today. Like, if you're watching, they
played their defense straight up.
Yeah, they did. And so coming into this game, you and I talked about it, Sneed. I was under the impression that Bryce Underwood would have been coached up really well and prepared for this game based on the fact that Wink Martindale was an outstanding he said, sorry, that was my son. So I was under the impression that Wink Martindale really would have had Bryce Underwood coached up, being that he's an NFL defensive coordinator as well. He could have maybe mimicked some of the things that Matt Patricia would have thrown at him in practice all week, helped him to kind of know what to see in terms of the film study, et cetera. But when it got down to it, Bryce Underwood wasn't able to do that. And also, if we're fair, it appears to me that the Michigan offensive coaches did not trust Bryce Underwood to try and get the ball downfield. Because I'll tell you this, I do believe that without question, despite my love for the Irish, Ohio State is clearly the best team in the country, right? They're the most complete. I think Notre Dame is right up there as one of the most complete, but I think Ohio State is clearly the most complete offense, defense, whatever. They can beat you however they got to beat you. My thing is this, I feel like we have not yet seen Ohio State's back end paws tested, right? We have not seen anyone really try to attack them over the top and make those safeties get back further away from the line of scrimmage. That way you can further open up things for the run. And Michigan, unfortunately, was not the team to do that, right? And so I think we need more of that. I think Michigan is truly going to need to reevaluate and probably hire a new OC after this season, because you've got a guy like Underwood who's got all the tools. To me, he clearly isn't being coached properly. He needs better coaching in terms of what he's looking at downfield, and he needs a coach that's going to be confident in allowing him to push the ball downfield, which clearly is one of his strengths. Also, he needs work, and I'll let you go in a second. He needs work on having more touch, right? He clearly has a huge arm, but he's got to work on his touch, a lot like Sayin. Now, don't get me wrong, Sayin's got all-world receivers to throw to, but you can see Sayin's got a big arm, but he's also got touch, and I think Underwood needs more of that. Go ahead, and we'll get more into it.
So Underwood went 8 of 18 for 63 yards, a testament to the fact that they only took a couple of shots down the field. He had a really nice throw down the seam.
Yep.
I mean, there were three Buckeyes in the vicinity. He threw a dime in there.
I wouldn't have thrown that.
But it looked good and he nailed it, but like risky, sure. But I mean, outside of that throw, I mean, I saw him throw like a 4-yard missile to his running back on a screen. Like, that's not going to work. You got to take something off of that.
Correct.
So like, I think some of those things, to your point, I think those were evident. But I mean, they were making calls that weren't allowing him to really force the defense to move. The defense stood where they wanted to be. Defenders never felt uncomfortable. I don't think they ever felt threatened. I think your points are valid. And to kind of to respond to Brandon's, I don't know if Shamar Moore is on the hot seat. I didn't think that.
Sharon Moore, man.
Sharon?
Shamar Moore.
Is it Shamar or Sharon? What is it?
Sharon Moore.
Sharon, my bad. What did I say?
Shamar Moore is the actor.
Oh, my.
You find you over here thinking about Shamar Moore. See,
my bad, bro. My bad. I don't think is he on the hot seat? He had a great win last year in a game they weren't supposed to win.
He shouldn't be on the hot seat. He's been the head coach for what? The last 3 of these games. He won 2 of them, right? And then yes, Mikey, he said Shamar Moore. Yes, he did.
My bad, bro. That is not intentional, bro. I think he's a good coach, bro.
Yes, he's won 2 out of the 3 of the game.
And never being the favorite, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was in Ohio State, the first one. Or the second one. His second win was in Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's earned some equity there.
I think so too.
Bro, I remember when Jim Harbaugh was losing year in and year out and they held on to him.
That's right.
Lloyd Carr lost
and all that stuff.
Lloyd Carr lost a ton of games against Ohio State during the Tressel era. He hung around for several years with those losses.
That's right.
I don't know if I want to, just mail it in on him just yet. But I mean, that's a fan who's probably bummed out by the outcome.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, like I said, they need a new OC, and don't get away from your mentality and your culture of physicality and running the football. But you do need to concentrate, whether it's in recruiting or the portal, on getting some weapons for Underwood to throw to that can legitimately stretch defenses next year. You've got to have some downfield threats.
You need a seam threat. You need that tight end who can stretch the field vertically. And then I think you need a legitimate number 1 and then maybe some speed to serve as your number 2.
And you need that X. You got to have that guy. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Armand? How you doing, brother? Yeah, next week's Big Ten championship is going to be amazing. So yeah, back to this particular game though. Just watching it, I love the point that you made, Sneed. Because last year, Ohio State made the mistake of getting into a rock fight with Michigan, which is exactly what Michigan wanted to do, and they were able to win a close one, 13-10. Right? This year, Ohio State does what Ohio State does, and then at the end they said, "Okay, we can still prove we're tough." And you saw, to your point, how they pretty much controlled the clock for the entire second half of the second half of the third quarter and most of the fourth. And they said, okay, we know you have defense, but we're going to show you that we can line up with you and we can smash just like you can and run this football. And they did that. Bo Jackson, 22 carries for $117 and continually grinding out the tough yards, converting on third down. That is
he only averaged 4.2 yards a carry, which was probably average. I mean, those were tough earned, but there was nothing special about a 4.2 average.
But those are the type of carries that keep you ahead of the chains consistently.
Well, you know what it was? Sure. It was on 2nd and 5. They would get the 5. So it was those kind of conversions.
Right.
It was 3rd and 3 where they gave up the intermediate passing game.
For sure.
It was so like, when was Michigan going to pin their ears back and actually get to the quarterback, or, make sure that they could dictate what the offense was going to call?
Right.
Because there was never a moment after the first quarter where I thought that the Wolverines were dictating the pace of the game, even defensively.
And so that gets into the other part that we want to talk about, is that we know Michigan offensively wants to be physical. They want to run the football. Defensively, they want to get pressure, right? Obviously, every team wants to get pressure from their front four. And, that's kind of how that goes. But Michigan defensive coordinator Wink Martindale, he is known for being a very, very blitz-heavy defensive coordinator. But if you notice, and we talked about this during the game, Snead, Wink Martindale was very selective with how he sent pressure, because he knows if there's anybody in the country that can beat you off of you sending pressure, it's Ohio State. And I think they did a pretty good job of that, but a couple of the breakdowns were so egregious, and
there were no blitzes on those plays. Did you know that? Right. There was no blitz. No. It was 4 down. The linebackers dropped. The safeties dropped. But because of that, there was time. So down the field, all you had to do was throw over the top, and
couldn't get pressure with the front four. Absolutely. And Armand, you're exactly right. I don't know if you were here when we were talking about this a little bit a while ago. Michigan needs some wide receivers. They need those weapons for Bryce Underwood. You're absolutely
probably
right.
And the defense will be good next year. So it's probably to the point where you would say Michigan would get into the top 10 preseason rankings if they were to land a portal wide receiver,
for sure,
or recruit someone substantial. Right?
No doubt. Yeah. No. So back to the defense. You're looking at, for instance, the tape. I wish we could show this stuff, man. College football is really funny with the copyright. So, but you remember the Carnell Tate, the 50-yard touchdown bomb. Where was the deep safety on that? How does that, like, I'm watching it, then I watch the replay. I'm like, how does this happen?
All it takes is 1 split second to crisscross your legs, and any of those guys can burn you. From Jeremiah Smith to Carnell Tate, even Ennis was wide open over the middle. You're like, how could he have gotten that open? You should know that something's coming across the middle or whatever. But like they're really,
and it's on that quick slant.
Yes,
in the red zone. Yeah,
that's all. It's a small amount of leverage when you're out in the open like that. 1 step turns into 3 in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
the space that they can create. The athletes that Michigan have are above average, but I would say that the Ohio State weapons are elite.
Yeah,
and that separation is enough to make those plays really dangerous. Unless maybe you could say that the quarterback's saying if he overthrows or underthrows, but the balls, they were thrown well, so it was easy. At least those plays were easy.
Yeah. That tape, I'm watching the game, and I'm literally like, I said it out loud. I was the only one home. I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Because you can't double cover 2 guys.
No, you can't. But if
Bruce,
you play,
outside of those two plays, Michigan they executed pretty well. They left everything underneath.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I knew it was going to come down to like 1 or 2 of those plays. And like if you look last year, those plays weren't there.
Right.
Yeah,
no, I mean, there's certain situations, but you know what? Okay, Tate got that, because I definitely would say, I was talking to one of my other friends during this game, and we always have the same mentality, whether it's football or basketball. Your number one guy is not going to beat me. Somebody else is going to have to be the one.
They
And
mostly
I was
did that,
saying
Bruce.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was saying the same thing. I can't be mad that Carnell Tate, did what he did, because I was like, well, it's not going to be number 4. If it's me, it's not going to be number 4, like the touchdown that Jeremiah Smith got early, the one that was reviewed extensively. I'm wondering, how the hell does he end up single covered? Like, how does that happen? How does this guy, I don't know if it's Ohio State's play design or what, but somehow on these important plays, for instance, the 54-yard bomb in the national championship game to seal it against my Irish, how the hell does he end up single covered on our freaking number 2 corner? Like, I don't know how this stuff happens with some of these guys. Really?
What is this?
Yeah. Okay. Where am I centered now? No, I'm not centered. Okay, I'll do it like this. Can y'all see the M?
Yeah.
OHIO.
Transformer, when did you become a resident Buckeye fan?
I don't know when this happened.
When did this happen?
I'm like, what is this?
Well, I mean, real talk, like, he could still be a Knoll. It has nothing to do with Florida State.
It has nothing to do with Florida State. But call me Brutus. I am marking an X on the big M, man. Yes.
You are an idiot.
That's all I wanted to do, guys, man. I hope you guys are having a great show, man.
You are not leaving. You are not going to do that. You're not going to leave, bro.
Oh, wait, I got it. There you go.
There you go. There's Brutus.
Big Brutus.
Look
at the big Brutus.
Yeah, Brutus hit the Wolverine in the head with that club he's got there. That's what's going on.
Oh, man, I just wanted to make sure everybody notices that this is what happened today. Otherwise, we call it. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can spell this right. Let me see.
Boots to asses.
Let me see. I think this is how you spell it. Okay, I think this is how you spell it.
Yep,
that's
about right.
You know what I'm saying? Go big OHIO, man. I know Steve was over there with his feet kicked up like
Temple of Brutus. What's up, Temple of Brutus? Shout out to you, man. Thanks for hopping in the chat. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, we got a Temple of Brutus there.
Yes. Hey, hit that like and subscribe on the channel, Temple of Brutus. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Sneed, feet kicked up, saying, Sayin, Tate is wide open. Throw it.
Wow.
Hey, just however you get it to Jeremiah Love, he'll take it from there.
Right. No, I really think, though, that
Smith, I said Jeremiah Love.
Smith, yeah.
Smith.
Jeremiah Love. All you need is love.
Go Irish? No.
Go Irish. No, but, I think they told Wink Martindale, like, please chill with the blitzes because we will get burned. They were idiot. They were very careful and what is wrong with you?
More?
They were very careful and very selective with it. And as they should have been, though. You can't just send heavy pressure the way Wink Martindale wants to do it. Reynolds Burger Boy, what's good? Shout out to you. Shout out to the Buckeyes. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the channel, brother. Hopefully the Irish see you guys in the playoff again. If it holds how it should, we'll see you in round 2. So let's see what's good. Get a little rematch of last year. But no, Ohio State looks good, man. That defense is scary. Absolutely scary. But there's nothing.
They give out a lot of ass whoopings. You know what I mean? They give a lot of ass whoopings.
Let me tell you this. There's not much more that I would love to see in life than number 15 from Notre Dame, Leonard Moore, line up on number 4 for the Buckeyes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you already know what it was.
Here we go. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Brucey. Go ahead.
You already know what it was.
Go ahead, bro.
There you go, Reynolds Burger Boy. Shout out to your manager.
You got to have somebody,
of course,
to come into the world.
Oh yeah, he did say what he
celebration.
Say? Indiana was going to win 27-13. Is that what he said? I think that's what he said in the Big Ten title game.
27-13. Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Next week
against that defense. Sure. Good luck on getting 27.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Brucey picked Michigan to win today too.
I don't know about that. I know he picked Indiana to beat.
I know he picked Indiana. We got the score, right?
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be good. But yeah, so back to this one though. Okay, so my thoughts on the Transformer. You weren't here from the beginning, man. What does Michigan
hold up,
need to
real
do
quick, Bruce. Yeah. Real quick. Transformer, what is the name of the head coach, first and last head coach of Michigan?
Shit, I mean, I got his face.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name.
Okay, so then you don't even. Okay, so if I told you his last name was Moore, would you recall his first name?
Shamar Moore.
See, I told you it is not. It is not weird.
Moore. It is weird that y'all think about Shamar Moore. That's mad weird.
Ain't it Shamar Moore?
No, it's Sharon Moore.
Sharon Moore?
Yes.
Hold up.
Moore.
Transformer, when you finish, go back and rewatch this. The first 5 minutes of the show. I said the same thing.
Michigan State head coach.
Michigan. All these years, I thought it was Shamar Moore.
Not Shamar.
I mean, not Michigan State. That's Jonathan Smith. Hold up. Wait, what?
No, Michigan.
Sharon Moore. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I've been calling this man Shamar Moore for like 3 years.
Yo, y'all are wild.
Bro, if you're not from Michigan, this probably happens like 50% of the time, bro.
I'm not from Michigan.
I think when they won the Natty, I was like, man, good job, Shamar Moore. I'm like, damn. Sharon Moore. Sharon Moore.
Yeah.
Sharon Moore. Damn.
Y'all crazy.
Okay. I got his face. I just can't remember his first name.
Right.
Jesus.
You need to put up like a post or something without looking it up.
Well, guess what? Sharon Moore. Ass whipping.
Okay, Transformer.
We got that right. Did we sneak? Ass and whooping? Okay, good. We got that pronounced right. All right.
Transformer. You watch the game as well. You know football. What does Michigan need to do to get better for next year and to beat Ohio State? What do you think are the key changes, additions, subtractions, whatever that they need to do?
Well, I honestly, they played good defense. I'm not going to say that, Ohio State just got everything they wanted, especially when it came to that goal line, the red zone. They made it tough as nails for Ohio State to get up in there. Sure. But they need to air the ball out, bro. I mean, damn, throw the ball.
Yeah.
Everything's not going to be predicated off the run. They got one hell of a talented quarterback. I believe he was taken top of the class.
Number one overall recruit.
He was number one. Okay, he was the number one overall recruit. So throw the ball. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find some schemes to get to where your quarterback could show why he was the number one overall talent. You know what I mean? Otherwise, if you're just going to run the ball all day, I get it. And it's the Michigan way. What's his name?
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh made this a running team. Like he designed it, for these guys to run the football. But when you get a talent as good as what you got, his name is just really slipping my brain right now.
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah. Get a man some opportunities to where, okay, let's see what this kid can do. Because obviously, when when Tate caught that deep post route, it's like, okay, at this point, we got to start throwing the ball. Like we have to get down there and we have to threaten these Ohio State corners and really put them on their heels if we're going to make this a football game. They came out, run. I'm like, okay. What?
Any of that sound familiar, Sneak?
Like, goddamn, what are you doing?
You can't allow an opposing defense to completely take you out of what you want to do. Understood. But you have to be able to threaten them. And that's what we've been talking about. They have to. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Easier said than done with that scheme and those athletes for the Buckeyes. No doubt.
They talented as a mug. Those are some talented boys. And you can't tell me you have the number one guy and he threw the ball 18 times. They've been down since the second quarter. I want to see 18 throws in the second half.
Transformer, the possession time was 40-20.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Double the possession time. I don't know if they got in, Coach T. I don't know, man. But that was a big win for them. I don't know if they got in, though.
Let me see, 22 first downs, 10 for 17 on third down. Ohio State just controlled every aspect of the game that they wanted to, when they wanted to, how they wanted to. They got the ball to their talented receivers in Tate and Love made a great play. Controversial fumble. Who cares?
Jeremiah Smith, bro.
Did I say Jeremiah Love again?
Well, hey, there's only one Jeremiah. Come on.
Yeah. we talk about Notre Dame so freaking much.
It's your fault, Bruce. It's
That's
your fault.
the first name that come out. Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Jesus, the best talent coming out of college football. He got the ball to them guys. He was like, hey man, these guys can go and make plays. What's the other cat? He made some good throws. 88, 80. What was his number? I think he was number 88.
You got to call out here.
I hope.
You can move it. I was drying it out over there.
Oh man, no doubt.
Hey, God, Sloopy.
But yeah, man.
Hey,
Ohio State, man. This is their first win in what, 5 years?
Yes,
First win in 5 years, man. What a way to put foots in the ass, man. There were 0 players. I saw a stat, man. There were 0 players that was on the Ohio State team that beat Michigan.
Right.
Nobody on that entire roster has ever beaten Michigan.
Now they can say everybody's on that roster has beaten
all
Michigan.
53 of them.
That's right.
And
this college.
Oh yeah, this is college. I'm thinking in the NFL. But yeah, all those kids. But you know what's so funny? Michigan's so freaking petty. They so petty. You saw how they was guarding the M after the game.
Well, it's to be expected, right?
And I think a poster should be. I don't know if you guys were still watching the post game. All the Ohio State boys was in the crowd, like lined up, and it had like the background of like Michigan, like guarding the M. And it was like perfect. And it was like, us celebrating. Yeah, y'all don't want us on the end, but we in the crowd, man. We parlaying. We got the fans involved, man. We cheering it up. And y'all just standing there looking mad.
That's probably like my least favorite part of the rivalry. Those are the things I don't like. The extracurriculars. I was telling you guys
the flag planting thing.
Well, like not even like some of that stuff. So it's just too much. Like even remember how during the game I was saying I was getting exhausted. All the yelling and screaming after plays.
Yeah. So, your emotions are getting the best of you.
And like the best thing is to just line up every single time. But like some of these guys are screaming after every play. Like, bro, there's gonna be 150 snaps, bro. Like you doing this after every play.
Voice hoarse in the mud.
Bro.
Like, hey, green for the two.
Hey, Bruce, don't talk about how Bryce Underwood is incompetent now. Because at the beginning of the year,
here we go, bro.
Glazing.
Here we go.
This is what he does. You were glazing.
And
remember, you were telling me how much better he is than Derek Carr and Derek Carr, CJ Carr, and all that.
We need a goal line icon that slide across the screen, bro.
I'm not gonna have him ruin what is a glorious day for the Buckeyes, man. I'm not gonna. This is gonna be me panning across the screen for the remainder of.
You know what I gotta say to you, Bruce? Bruce, I tell you what, Alabama better not get upset in the Iron Bowl tonight. But then you know what he's gonna say if they lose tonight, right? That's how hard it is in the SEC every game. That's what he's gonna say. I wish, boy, they better not get upset because I will light you up tomorrow, Bruce, on the show.
The bottom line is Julian Sayin never felt in danger. He never felt like he was in trouble. Outside of the one mistake he made,
at the very beginning, I was like, okay.
He got his wits about him.
That shows resiliency. That shows resiliency, able to stand and stare into the face of adversity and realize, like, okay, I made a mistake.
Right.
Cool. Let's go out here and play ball. Right. Let's go out here and play ball. I have 2 of the greatest receivers in college football that I can throw to, that I can get the ball to. Right. Bo Jackson would not go down for nobody.
He played tough.
That man wasn't going down. It was first hit, bounce off, balance control. Everything that the Ohio State Buckeyes had on the offense, they show why we're the reigning champs, 1. And 2, why we're favored to go back and do this thing again.
I actually
Michigan caught that.
I actually think this proves the theory that last year, I think Ohio State more so lost the game than Michigan beat them. As much as you have to give the team credit for winning.
Yeah.
But the way it played out, I mean, everybody saw the same thing. We're like, why would Ohio State feed into what Michigan was trying to do? And I think this year, Michigan grossly miscalculated their path to victory. They really thought they were going to beat up Ohio State, and it just didn't happen.
I think that's always the mentality. But see, what happened is Ohio State did allow it to get physical, but they did it on their terms, not like last year. Last year, they did it on Michigan's terms. This year they did it on their terms, and that was the difference.
Yeah.
And it has to hurt, man.
And the thing I like about what Ohio State's defense, right? It was a lot of bend but don't break in the first half, right? I mean, Michigan was making some great drives. They had the turnover to get the right back into the red zone. And for 6 consecutive plays, Ohio State said, not today.
Nah.
You're not getting in this end zone.
No.
Like, I don't care how close you get. 1 yard line, cool. You're not getting here. You're not getting here, right? And it forced Michigan to not punt the ball, to kick field goals. And I'm like, that's not good if I'm Michigan, because I'm still like, we still got to wear Jeremiah Smith can get hot at any moment.
So
right? He can break point at any moment, right? Bo Jackson, we have yet to determine how we're going to tackle this kid. Now it's starting to snow. Yeah. So now it's going to be a lot more.
He had 4 catches for 50 yards, I think.
49. I think it was like 49. He was like a yard short for 50.
49, yeah.
But
I mean, those were probably important to move in the chains. You know, when you look back at those things, it was like 3rd and 3. You know, yeah.
Sneed, he broke 2 to 3 tackles to get the 8-9 yard gains. It was just like he was bouncing off of them. Like, nah.
Those were 3 or 4 yard gains that turned into 8 and 9 yard gains.
Absolutely, man. So, man, Ohio State, man, every part of the field, they show why they're the
this Michigan team had more talent than last year's.
Yeah. I don't know. It was different though. So let's do this, right? First of all, men are waking up. Love your screen name. Appreciate that. And yeah, that's real talk. And appreciate the fact that you got on here and you said what you had to say. That's awesome. But real quick, if you're here and you're new, because I see some screen names I've never seen before, I appreciate everybody who's here. Make sure you please hit that like and subscribe, hit that share. Keep in mind, I know that if you're here on a channel like this, you talk sports with the other people in your life. Share this channel with them. We don't just do college, we do NFL, we do boxing, we do freaking NBA, all of that. So again, appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like and subscribe. Jesus Christ.
The manual scrolling, bro.
The manual scrolling.
Crazy.
Hit the button, Bruce. Hit the button. Hit the button. There it is. The button's been pressed. There you go. That's the button. Hit the button again, Bruce.
And by the way,
there it is. You got it.
By the way, Coach T, you better not be rooting for no damn Stanford tonight. What's wrong with you? Anyway.
Notre Dame got Stanford.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he's rooting for Stanford. Because he's that dude. All right. Let's see. Dr. Van Buren of Kieran says, all the Buckeye haters, guess what? We won and got the golden pants pendants. I kept telling people those Buckeyes are a very different team than we were last year. I don't think that these Buckeyes are a very different team than they were last year. They just handled this particular game better, Dr. Van Buren. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? They were elite last year.
They didn't allow the mistakes to get the best of them.
Yeah, for sure.
They I'll truly made one mistake, really.
But he might be speaking to the mentality of the team.
Okay.
I could see the mind frame, the mindset. I would say that Ohio State was much more focused this time around.
I can see that.
Maybe a little bit of the revenge factor.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. No, this was like I said, I was disappointed that the game didn't turn out to be more competitive. But it's going to be what it's going to be. This now gives Michigan some.
No.
No, whether it's managing this transfer.
Oh, there it is. There it goes.
We got him back. Okay. All right. Catch up.
Yeah, we got him back. We lost you for a second.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah, we lost you.
Oh, that was weird. I lost you
guys.
You
hit one of the.
Oh, that was weird. I lost you guys. That was strange. No, I was saying that this gives Michigan a lot to work towards in the offseason, whether it's, scouting the transfer portal properly for weapons for Underwood.
How?
Whether it's offensive coaching, whether it's, coaching up Bryce Underwood, whether it's, getting stronger, faster, all these things, they've got to get to where they need to be able to win this game again. I know in the Michigan weight room, there's a sign over the door that says, what have you done today to beat Ohio State? Like, this is a real thing, right? So everybody in that program is going to have to evaluate now every single day, what have you done to beat Ohio State? And obviously the goal is a playoff berth, win a national championship, so on. But this is always the first major step towards that, with the end of the regular season. So really good stuff overall, man. Again,
okay, my bad. It was a mixture of both. It was 89 and 86 that were making some crazy catches across the middle. Will Karsmarek, and that how you spell it? Karsmarek or Karsmarek?
Kaczmarek,
yeah.
Kaczmarek, that's it.
Kaczmarek, yeah. And Max Clare.
Yep.
Them boys, man. It was one catch. Will, I know for sure. It was like high point. Sayin put it like,
I know the one you're talking about.
I was like, oh God. I'm like, yep, Ohio State clicking now.
He had some good throws. A couple were behind, a couple were really nice, and he hit the 2 bombs. It was enough to get the job done for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
19 for 26, 233, 3 tutties.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Jackson,
those are
22.
Those are Troy Smith numbers. If you guys remember the Troy Smith years, that's typically how they used to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's take a couple calls on this, man. Let's do it. We got some new voices in the chat. Let's take a couple calls. 904-219-8264. Give us a call and you will be live on the show. I look forward to hearing from you guys.
And Bruce, did you even mention the ratio of 46 carries to 26 passing attempts? That's typically like your thing.
My wheelhouse? No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. No, I let Sneed open up with this because this is his baby here. So no, I didn't. But that is a great ratio. That's what I love to see. You already know.
Did Bruce mention that? I don't think he mentioned
it. I told you, Bruce, in the second quarter, you were talking about punches and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It changed in the second quarter, sir.
It did.
Yeah.
The punches went from getting thrown by Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden those punches were getting parried, and then Ohio State was landing theirs.
The counters,
Yeah.
And then they took over in the second half. Absolutely.
There were Michigan didn't throw any punches in the second half.
No, nobody's getting ass whooping in the house. This is just for the show. my daughter saw this on the table and was like, ass whooping. Whoa, what's happening? Who's getting
is that a signal? Should I start running now?
She started backing up like
That's what you get for that manual scroll, bro.
Right. Manual scroll for sure. But this, Coach T, I did not think that game was not going to be competitive. I thought it would be. I thought it was.
I mean, we had a very competitive game entirely for the first quarter, and then what was the score at halftime? It was 10-9.
10-9.
So it's still reasonable.
Yeah,
17. Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the last second touchdown.
But you know what?
The slant. I think it was the slant.
Yeah. I started to say, oh boy, Michigan's in trouble now, because they're not built to win a game like that where they got to come back in that situation.
I bet you, if we look at all their losses this year, so what they have 3.
Yeah.
3.
If we look at their 3, I guarantee you there is an offensive connection in terms of when they lose their ability to do both things. When they have to do a certain thing, they can't score.
Yeah, they got beat by Oklahoma 24-13 in game 2. Then they got beat by USC 31-13, and USC beat them the same way Ohio State did.
Yeah,
obviously they could throw it a little bit, but they physically, beat them up on the ground. And then obviously today against the Buckeyes. Bruce, what up?
Brucey.
First of all, how your boys feel today?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
Good.
And roll motherfucking Tide. I had to say that before I get to any
What? Why?
They better not lose tonight. That's all I know. If they lose tonight, I'm going in. Understand that.
Well, he's not even on the right side of the United States for this show.
You pop up shows on a Saturday for a team that's not even yours, Bruce.
This is a huge game. This is the biggest game of the year.
It's a football game.
The season game.
There's been a lot of huge games, bro.
So this is the game.
You pop up with Indiana putting up the ass next week?
Oh my God. This is the game, and we might do something.
Nah. Hey, listen, let me say this real quick. It was a good game. What's the real shit to be objective? Ohio State, I mean, what did you expect against the Michigan team that, how could I say, not a good, but not the Michigan of old, but a freshman quarterback who's incompetent. It's like Sharon Moore acts like he's scared to let him throw the goddamn ball down the goddamn field. So Ohio State is basically being another mid team. what they've been doing all year. They've been beating up on bottom feeders. So when they get to play,
but when I say that about the Ravens, it's never the same.
Wait. No, hold on.
Talking about the Ravens, bro.
Hold on. So that's cool. You talk about Ohio State, right? What about when they beat Texas from the mighty SEC, where everybody's a champion in the SEC?
They have trouble with Texas because of the defense. They ain't gonna be all that against a team with good defense. They ain't gonna blow nobody out in the playoff. It transform up.
What's happening?
You stay sad all of a sudden. What happened? What's going on, brother?
No, man. Hey, man, I'm here for Sneed. Okay, here for Sneed. Okay,
Sneed.
Don't be mad that Bruce keep hitting the button, bro.
Yeah, the manual scroll, bro.
So you're in cahoots with Steve about this glaze session about Ohio State will be the Michigan team who's really not that good.
Hold on. What glaze session? What's the glaze session?
Y'all glazing. You over here glazing Ohio State.
No, I'm talking about
Michigan beat Alabama last year in the Relia Quest or whatever it was called. Yeah. I just want to throw that out there. Unranked Michigan
how
beat
about
Alabama.
How about this, Need? Michigan beat Alabama 2 years in a row in the postseason. But hey, why would we?
Roll Tide.
Right.
But okay, cool. That's fine.
Thank you, Outcast. Hey, let's put that one up there.
That's what Michigan was at. Their apex. But anyway, okay, we'll see. I'm gonna rig it off. I'm just ready to keep it brief. About y'all ain't glazing Ohio State.
Nobody's glazing
a Michigan team that is not that good.
Okay, but hold on, Bruce. You're with this show, and we appreciate and love your support. Have I not been saying pretty much all year that I believed Ohio State was hands down the best team in the country?
I believe most of us
say that. Oh, yeah, you said that. Yes, you said that.
Yeah, I've said that a number of times. So I'm saying it to say it's not about glazing Ohio State because they beat a Michigan team. I've been saying that just watching them play. That defense, that offense, they are complete, and I believe they're the best team in America.
They're not complete. They is not complete. Listen, they showed their true colors in the first game of the year when they played Texas, bro. They would have put up 10 points.
They beat the SEC team, but go ahead.
Like he's playing now.
They would beat them.
Against that Ohio State team. Oh, Texas most definitely would have beat them. Trust me. Anyway, Indiana, the true Texas, Indiana become the true number one in the country. The true big dogs in the country, who should be the real number one. Only reason Ohio State is number one because they're the sexy pick. But Indiana, from looking at Indiana, ain't nobody touching them. And we will see in the Big Ten championship. I cannot wait.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
27-17, Indiana. And
okay, 17. All right.
We're going to expose Ohio State for what they really are. They good. But they're playing bottom feeders, like I said. Y'all boys have a great day.
Hey, I appreciate the call, Bruce. Thanks so much, man.
I'm trying to figure out who Indiana played that, we should be like, all right, man,
Yeah, let's look at Indiana.
They beat Oregon.
That's
Ohio State, though.
Hey,
my house isn't haunted, man. I'm sorry. Be Ready Sports Podcast, man. Blue just came back and she's snoring up a storm. So
that's what that is. I thought there was a race car going on.
That's my dog.
That's the dog. Yeah.
She came in the house and went straight to sleep. That's why I'm looking. I'm like, you just got in the house. Went straight to sleep.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So Bruce, Indiana is legit. Absolutely. But I tell you, those wins versus Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State, oh boy, man. That lets me know.
Hey, the way they beat on Purdue, who was like 2-10, yeah, man, they beat
they
things,
Purdue. Boy, that Purdue, I tell you what, man.
Boy, 56-3, boy, put foots in them.
Foots in
them.
Hey, but look, they smacked around those Terrapins too, 55-10. Boy, I tell you what, Indiana. Sneed, you see Indiana's schedule, man.
Boy, UCLA, what the Bruins?
What those wins against Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State, boy, those are serious, Steve.
I'm a firm believer in you beat whoever is in front of you.
Facts.
And then when it is time, you rise to the occasion and you beat the next team that's in front of you, and you just keep winning, because at some point you're going to be exposed if you ain't it. But until that moment in time, until that day of reckoning, you continue to win.
Ohio State has yet to
That's
give
a good
up
comment.
20 points to anybody all year.
That's a good comment.
Matter of fact, 17 points to anybody all season. The highest was
That's a
Illinois
good
at 16, and that was already a blowout.
Bro, this game is the type of game where a team like Ohio State that has basically not really faced much adversity this year because they've been so dominant.
They got tested a little bit.
This is the type of game where you can let down, and it's your rival.
Yeah.
It's the team that's going to punch you the hardest.
Mhm.
They did. They did. There was never a time where I saw Ohio State this year
Mhm.
in the entire first quarter, and then even into the second quarter, look like they're kind of looking kind of slow because Michigan gave it their best shot.
Yeah.
Michigan did. It just
So-
couldn't sustain for the duration of the game. But that's not to say Michigan won't win next week.
Right.
You know, and when they make their
they
play
play
into
bowl
their
game.
bowl game, yeah, they're good. They're going to be fine.
Coach T says we need that Ohio State Alabama game now. Let me say this, real talk, Coach T. Ohio State would body Alabama if they played them. Alabama
They're going to score. They're going to
They would
score
smack
40
them
plus.
around.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to score 40 plus
Yeah.
against them.
Alabama can't run the ball. It'll be a bad look. Yeah. All right. Well,
Somebody wake up my dog, please. Yeah, wake Blue up. She's
that dog
tearing
is-
it up, boy. God, leave.
Go
Yo, what's your dog's name?
Blue.
Yo, Blue, take the bass line out real quick.
Put some treble in it. Put some
The
treble
levels
in
is
it.
good. The levels is good.
Levels
Turn
is
me up in
good.
the headphones, Blue.
Hey, before we end the show, Pooh,
Yeah.
come here. Come here real quick.
You guys are low frequencies, bro.
I want, have a beautiful moment. I officially have a 13-year-old daughter today. Today is my
Hey,
daughter's
happy
birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Is that what we doing now? Green hoodies for the birthday? All right, I'm into
I
that,
guess
bro.
so.
I'll get one.
Guess so.
It's not even
my
her
daughter
hoodie. That's her
got home
grandmother's
college today.
She stole it.
Trent Burton was good. Okay.
Hey, Trent,
Button.
enjoy the game and enjoy bask in the glory.
Right.
It lasts for 364 days. You gotta next year it'll be in Ohio State.
Yeah.
And it's the rivalry renewed.
364 days. That's what you said,
Yeah.
Sneak?
Yeah.
That's how it
Right.
feels when Navy beats Army, but we'll get there. 364 more days, Bruce.
2 weeks.
Hey, man, this week we're going to make the announcement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you want to do it?
We can do it Wednesday.
Wednesday it is.
Beginning of December. Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Wednesday it is. All right. So what we're gonna do? Oh, and let me say this one more time for anybody who's new in the chat or on the show here. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you your involvement. Appreciate your comments. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. We do college football every Tuesday night. We do NBA. We do NFL. We got a lot of content out there.
Absolutely.
Hit the channel. Check out what we talk about. We got a lot of good stuff here. And we would love to have you permanently. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. And we know if you we know that if you're on this show watching here, that you talk sports with other people in your life. Share the show with them as well.
Yo, Carrie Underwood had 5 rushes for 1 yard.
Boy, balling. 5 for 100? That's crazy, Sneak.
5 for 1.
Oh, you said 1.
Yes, 5 carries for 1.
I was being facetious.
Mm-hmm.
5 for 100 is crazy.
Uno Nuno.
Say, sir, you're getting nowhere fast.
Nowhere fast.
Nowhere fast.
We will be back with you guys tomorrow morning for our normal 10 a.m. Sunday morning show. Looking forward to that. And yeah,
Sloopy, hang on.
hit the button this time, man. We're going to talk for a couple minutes after the show goes off. Don't hit the button.
Hit the button.
Ninja moves. No, I didn't say.
My finger is on the button.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you, and we out.
Peace. Go Bucks.